Hello, this is Jamie with Creations Misfit, and today I'm going to show you how to make these really easy and fast wind spinners. These are beginner friendly. They're so fun to work up, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So I want to show you a couple that I've made. I always fold them up like this, and that way they spin correctly. I can't really show you here, but I will put a little video up here just to kind of show you what they look like when you open them up and they spring open. And you just hang them outside. They spin really nicely. The possibilities are endless with the colors and pattern you use. You can put beads on the end or a little tassel or nothing. This black one here, I did like a color for each round. Black, gray, gray, and then white. And then I put a little bead on the end, black and white beads. Whoops. This one is multicolor yarn that I use, like a variegated, and this one just has the tassel on the end. So the choice is yours. There's, like I said, a million different ways you can work these up, but they're really simple. They work up fast, and they're really fun to make. So what you will need today is some size 4 yarn in however many colors you'd like. You could just do one solid color. You could do, we're going to do 4 rounds. Yeah, 4 rounds. So if you want 4 different colors, whatever you'd like. This one I am going to do all this color, which is Big Twist Value, and the color is Aqua Ombre. And then for the very last round, I'm just going to do the straight aqua, just to give it a little bit of a, edging. But choice is yours. So size 4 yarn, size 5mm hook, yarn needle and scissors to sew in your ends, and any kind of embellishing you'd like. If you want to use some beads or, whatever. You can also make a tassel. I'll show you how to tie that on at the end. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we are going to start on the inner part. So just so you know, color-wise, whatever you'd like to do, we're going to start on the inner part and then work our way out. But like I said, I'm just going to, for ease of the video today, I'm going to just do it with one color until the very last round. All right, so to start out, just leave a little bit of a tail that we can sew in at the end, and we're going to do a slip knot, and then we're going to chain up 75. Okay, and you can actually make this as long as you want, as short as you want. If you want to do a smaller one, no problem. Do as many chains as you'd like, but I'm going to do 75 for mine. So I'll do mine off camera. You can pause the video and we'll meet back up. And here I have my 75 chains. And we will get started with round 1. So for round 1, we're just going to start in the second chain from the hook, and we're going to do a single crochet in every stitch across. So for me, I will have 74 when I get to the end. You don't really have to count. I mean, it's just one less than the amount of chains that you did, and that number really doesn't matter. It's just however large or small you'd like your project to be. Okay, so go ahead and single crochet all the way back down your row and pause the video, and then I will see you back when we're at the back end of round 1. And here we are at the end of round 1. Yours might start to curl, and that's fine, no big deal, and it might stay straight. Don't worry, it will curl as we go. So for round 2, we're going to chain up 2 and turn our work. And in every stitch, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to kind of do a V stitch. So this chain 2 does not count as a stitch. We're going to do a double crochet into that very first stitch there. Double crochet, and then chain 1, and then we're going to go back into that same stitch and do another double crochet. So we're doing like a V stitch there, and we're going to do that in every stitch across. So for the next one, double crochet, oops, chain 1, back into the same stitch, double crochet. Next stitch, same thing. Double, chain 1, double. So go ahead and do that all the way down your row for round 2 or row 2 and I will see you afterward. Okay, I am at the end of round 2. I did my very last one. Make sure you're getting into that last chain there, or last stitch. And then for round 3, we're going to chain up 2 and turn. And for this round, we are going to do 3 double crochet in between every V stitch. So let me just show you here. we're going to do it in the, remember we did the double crochet and then chain one and then another double crochet. So you can see there's a space here where we did the chain ones. So you can see there's a V, there's the V, there's a V. Now it's going to look like there's a space in between each V too, like in between the V, but that's not where our chain one is. You want to go actually into the V stitch. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so you'll want to go in between. And if you have trouble finding it, just look down because you can see that there's 2 stitches, the 2 double crochets that we did, into the same stitch. So they will form the V there. Like here, there's not a stitch there. It's here, here. So we will go into this very first one because there's a V stitch there. Okay, you can see there's 2. And we'll do 3 double crochet in between that V where the chain one space was. And then you'll come over and here's the next V stitch. So we'll do 3 double crochet in that space. And this is going to be our repeat pattern all the way down. So I'll just do a couple with you here. There's the next V. So we do 3 double crochet. Move over, here's the next V. All right, so you're just going to do that all the way down. And I just wanted to say thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody being here. If you're a subscriber, thanks for being around. And if you're not, I would love to have you on my channel. I do have a lot of videos already. So please take a look at those. Even if you don't subscribe, you may find something else that you enjoy. I have all kinds of different projects from small to large. Most are beginner friendly or intermediate. And if you can like this video, I would greatly appreciate that, and leave a comment. Let me know what yarns you used or what color schemes, how you embellished it, how it worked out for you, any questions. I'm always happy to help in the best way that I can. I do reply to all comments. So yeah, please like the video, subscribe, take a look at my other stuff, leave a comment. And if you have any projects that you want to tag me in, I am at Creations Misfit on Instagram and TikTok. So if you do make this or any of my other patterns, I would love to see them. All right, so I will leave you be for the rest of round 3, and I will see you back when we get to the end of this round, and then we just have one short round left. I'm coming up to the end of round 3 here, and I just want to say make sure you get into that very last V stitch. It's going to look like there's 2 over here because that was our chain 2 from the start, but just make sure you get into that last V to do our last 3. And then from here, I'm going to change my yarn color because this is going to be the very last round, and it just kind of, if you see on this one, this is like the white round. It just kind of edges things off. So you can do whatever you'd like. If you'd like to keep going with the same yarn, you can also finish here if you don't want to do an extra round, whatever. But I'm going to do one more. So I'm going to cut my yarn here and start a new one. And I'm going to just use this aqua color. So for me, I just go like this. I know I could have pulled it through, but before I cut that other one off, but I just like to do it like this. All right, so for the last round, round 4, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And I'm going to wrap these so that I go over them in this round so that I don't have to weave them in. So for this round, it's really easy. We're just going to do a single crochet. Like I'm going to go into, it's kind of hard to see with these, but let me wrap them this way. Okay, you're going to go into that very first stitch and we're going to do a single crochet. I'm just going to pick these up in the back. And then chain 1. Let me pull those to make sure they're tight. Chain 1, and then you're going to single crochet in the next stitch. And that will be our repeat all the way around, or all the way down. Single crochet, chain 1. Single crochet, chain 1. And you can see I'm just pulling these through the back so that I don't have to tie them in or sew them in. And it just makes for a nice edging. And I like to do a different color here. to kind of make it stand out. So that is what you will do all the way down for round 4, and then you'll be done with your project, but we can do a little embellishing if you'd like, or I can show you how to add the tassel and beads if you're interested in doing that. I'm not going to show you how to make a tassel. I do have a video for that, so I will put that in the description box below as well as on the screen if you'd like to make the tassel, but I will show you how to put it on. So once I do that, I just cut once I've gone like far enough down to where it's secure on the back there, I just keep going, and I will see you at the end of round 4. Alright, I am at the end here. Make sure you get into that last one, and we'll just do a single crochet. And from here we're going to do the top part where you hang your wind spinner. So you can do as many chains as you'd like. I usually do between 20 and 24. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'll just do 20 this time because this does stretch pretty good when you hang it. And then from there, we're just kind of make sure it's straight. And it doesn't really matter if it is or not, but I like to make sure mine is straight. And then we're just going to slip stitch where we began here. Okay, so just go ahead and slip stitch there. And then you can chain 1 and cut your yarn. Sorry, I started choking. Okay. And then you will weave in this end. Just weave it into the project so that it's nice and tight. But there's the hanging string. And then from there, you can either be done, or if you'd like to, you'll want to weave this in at the bottom as well. But if you'd like to embellish the bottom, I'm going to do this blue one the same as I did for this one. So I'm going to do some beads and a little tassel. So let me grab the tassel, but otherwise you're finished with your project. I hope that you enjoyed this. I just want to show you also, it can get like a little crazy looking, and sometimes it doesn't spin right. I always just kind of turn it like this. Oh, sorry, I'm off the camera here. Just keep turning it to make sure that it's folded up the right way. And then once you let go, it will spin the right direction. Or, you know, make sure before you hang it up that it looks like it should completely fit into a perfect like circle like that. So I always make sure it's like this, and then when you hang it, it will be in the right order. Because if you look at this one right now, it's just kind of all over the place, like this looks off. So make sure that you just put it into a pile like that. And then once you lift it up, it will be perfectly ready to spin. And like I said, if you're done with the project, thanks so much. Take a look at my other tutorials if you'd like, and maybe you'll find something. But otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you in the next one. For anybody else that wants to know how to do, and make sure that when you do the embellishing, you're doing it off of this bottom part here, not the inside. Okay, but let me grab a tassel and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a little tassel here, and if you'd like to know how to make a tassel, I'll put a little thing up here. You can click on that to learn. And from here, we're going to make sure that we go to the very bottom of our project. That's where we're going to attach it. And I'm going to put some beads on here. So the way that I do that is just get these strands on my needle like this, and then I just put the beads on from there in any order that I want. I'm going to do 1 large one, 2 small, and then a large, and then you can just pull that through like that. And you can either tie a knot here, or I just pull one of these strands off, and then at the very bottom here you're going to do the outer edge, not the inside. I'm going to go through with 1 strand, and then I just tie these together to make a knot. I make a couple knots actually. Pull real tight. I do like 3. And then you can just weave your pieces in. But that's really it. If you wanted to do just the tassel on the bottom, you could do it the same way, but without the beads, or you could just leave it as is, or you could do just beads, whatever you'd like. Like I said at the beginning, the possibilities are endless for this project, but I really do hope that you enjoyed it. I love making these, and it's a great gift for anybody or for yourself. And I'm going to do some for Halloween too, like in Halloween colors. I think that would be fun for the fall. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in some of my other tutorials as well. I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for being here. Bye!